change. Pakistan with just one change. Shaheen Shah Afridi comes into the side. Now Salman Mirza. Not very often do you have two left armers with the new ball. Hassan Raza, a very experienced umpire, doing this final, his 85th T20I. Leading umpire from Pakistan, Hassan Raza. Salman Mirza. Nicely played, but straight to the fielder. Decent start from both Musharha and Salman Mirza. Asif Yaqub, his 35th T20I match. Pakistan, this tri-series, it's really been the spinners who've dominated. Pace bowling has suffered. Shaheen Shah Afridi hasn't played many games, so it's a bit of a problem with the faster men. Time again finds the field. Right, Bank Alphala with its 1100 plus branches. Open your current account from nearest branch to enjoy various free services and earn orbit rewards by maintaining or growing your balance. The first couple of deliveries have been straight to mid-off and cover, but normally you associate pace with Pakistan. They've just got 8 wickets and averaging almost 40, even the economy rate quite high. Maybe that's too with the conditions too, but it is quite a variant with the spinners really dominating. This time again, quick single, 3 drives, 3 pretty looking drives, but just gets one.
Just kind of having to wait for the ball to get to him a little bit. Not quite coming on this pitch. Comfortable enough with the single. Trying to figure out a way to rotate here, even though it's just 9 balls gone. But what they've looked is comfortable. Mishara facing most of the strike. All but 1 ball. What you don't want is helter-skelter and them looking like they're kind of forcing the issue.
Trying to get it down to third. That fielder on the boundary offside is on a gully line, so anything finer than that will race away. And Sanka looking for that gap. It's a very wide third. Slightly unlucky. Now this matchup, although a very, very small sample size, previous game it was Salman Mirza who got the better of Sanka with the pace off delivery. So far he's bowled seam up. Oh, just bounces over the stumps.
We absolutely love his skills, Salman Mirza.
सीखो, ऐप डाउनलोड करो, स्टेप समझो और घर बैठे ही ऑनलाइन ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस बना लो।
इंस्टॉल नाउ पे क्लिक करो और अभी सीखो ऐप डाउनलोड करो।
40-ish, but what he does possess is many varying deliveries, and wasn't shy to pull out a slower ball early on, which was a gem in the previous match. It's just shown us his Yorker right there, which nearly got through.
A short ball pulled away extremely well, way in front of square, and that's a boundary to end the second. 13 without loss.
Just about each time you talk the guy up, and then that's right in the middle of the pitch. too short, doesn't get up at all. And Patum Nisaka feasts on those. Beautifully played.
You don't learn, do you, Pommy?
It's like I'm hard of hearing.
13 without loss, as you said, Pommy. Very comfortable these openers are looking, but it's no way a start which has raced out of the block. So Pakistan also just at the moment sitting in will want to just be able to stem the flow throughout these first 6 overs. Shaheen Shah Afridi. Another single to mid-on. Pakistan won't mind this. They'll say, okay, 6 and over, you take your medicine. Vigotel Mobile, official mobile handset partner. They'll be thinking if you go, well, 36-40 in the power play, that's fine. Don't want to concede too many because Sri Lanka have been very good in the power play in this tri-series. Inside edge. You just feel that it's coming. They want to make use of these first 6 overs.
Generally been a tough length to bowl, to deal with when it's been bowled in the series, whoever it is, and on either of the pitches that we've been on. Sri Lanka been pretty calm in that power play, bar that one game.
Oh, he's hit that. And he's hit that beautifully. That has gone, sailed away for a maximum.
Shot of a man in form. Patum Nisaka tried the ball before, it was a bit fuller than that, and he couldn't quite get it away. Goes again this time, and that's some strike. Oh, listen to that. 6 sumptuous runs.
The slow one from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Pace on last time, disappeared. This time, he hits the stumps.
A wonderful riposte from the champion that is Shaheen Shah Afridi. Says, how about you go again? He tries, the ball not there at all. It's not arrived, and it crashes into the stumps. Finger aloft, because he has the last laugh. Patum Nisaka gone bold. It's 20 for 1.
Osal Mendes walks in at number 3. Not had the best of tri-series. And Shaheen Shah Afridi with the pace of delivery, getting Pakistan success. Got 40 in the previous game, but Mendes hasn't started well through this tri-series, but now is the time. Shaheen Shah Afridi from round the wicket. Brings it back in, quick delivery, but After being hit for 6, Shaheen Shah Afridi thought, well, pace off is the way to go.
You got to get the length right. If you do, and batter slightly early, then you're in with the huge shout, particularly early doors. They're looking to try and get boundaries. He's just picked one up, and he's looking to do exactly the same thing because he thinks it's the same delivery. Foxed.
Turned away leg side, he'll get off the mark, Will Mendes. And after 3, it is 21 for 1.
Salman didn't think he'd got him. But you look at those 2 deliveries. Very similar. Both after the same thing, and Shaheen Shah Afridi would have been sitting outside watching and would have noted that.
Once you get a wicket, you just stem the flow. Knocks the batting team back a little. They'll take a little bit more time now with the new man in. Salman Mirza will try and just bowl dots. Oh, beats him. Going across. Seam movement away. Figure-free moment. Download now and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. Gets it through that offside, that very wide field on the fence. Wide third man, if you were to call that. And Pakistan, after that previous over, he thought that 6 would just spur things on, but Shaheen Shah Afridi with the wicket means are calm again.
Watching closely here with regard to how the surface is behaving. That last ball kind of just seemed like it might have stayed a touch low. Ball before first of the over also kind of just got to the keeper on the bounce.
Oh, swing and a miss. And one is a variant, one that just goes away from the left-hander.
Yeah, this is an opportunity. It's full. It's in the slot, and he's probably tried to hit that too hard, try to hit the cover off it, because the opportunities have been few and far between, and in so doing, he's missed it completely. Sweating on something to get away so that they can use this power play effectively.
Hits it leg side, the timing is good and the distance even better. Drags it leg side, but it goes all the way.
Wonder if he nominated that next up would be a slower one into the pitch, and he just picks it up beautifully. Nobody out there, wide open spaces, but never mind, even if there was, they couldn't have stopped that. It sails all the way for 6. Lovely shot. It's been a bit of a boundary or nothing for Sri Lanka in this little first phase. And what they would like is for a little bit more rotation, the ability just to get the ball away and rotate strike, get that board moving. Otherwise, the pressure builds too much, and then you feel as if you've got to do something big at once, thereby false shot or giving away an opportunity.
Into the offside, chance! Direct hit might have been interesting. He wanted to rotate strike, but the opportunity not there. 28 for 1.
Yeah, evidence of the pressure. Evidence of the inability to rotate, and therefore searching and trying to nick a single. For fielding, have your wits about you out in the field. Make sure that you let the pressure tell and collect any opportunity that comes your way.
And Pakistan winning the toss and bowling first. First 4 overs, 28 runs scored. Fahim Ashraf now into the attack. Sarsol just outside off stump, back of a length. But Salman Ali Agha will be pretty happy with the way things have gone so far. Sri Lanka wanted a swift start. So far, it's been slightly scratchy. Not really raced out of the blocks. This one is hit down the ground, pitched out, and that has been beautifully hit.
Just think back to the one he gets full from Salman and he tries to hit the cover of it. Contrast it with this shot. In control fully and doesn't hit it that hard, just hits through the line, keeps his shape, and that flies away. A superb shot. Really well played by Mishara.
He strikes at 140 in T20s, does Mishara. So, very dangerous player. Up the order. Slower into the pitch.
Shaheen Shah Afridi is a wonderful operator. Look at the length there. He just comes back from that, gets dispatched for 6, so goes back to that length that's fuller and takes pace off. The accuracy paying off, the smartness, street smartness, and the skill with the accuracy bowling the slower ball pays rich dividends, because that's a form batter he's got and it punches a hole in that Sri Lankan batting.
Down the ground and just race away for the single. Shara on to 20. And this is finding his way through his innings, navigating up front. Remember, there's just 8 legal deliveries left in the power play. You want to make the most of that. So far, it's the slow ones into the pitch that have worked. Pace off. Pitch up, he tries to lift us over. Just gets enough. Couple of runs.
You're recognizing
KFC, flip the bucket challenge. All you have to do is flip the KFC bucket onto your head as fast as you can, and you can win finger-licking good prizes.
bowlers recognizing there's value in taking the pace off on this pitch, and the batters also setting themselves for that.
Quick single. So after 5, it is 39 for 1. very fine start because adjustment was needed on a pitch that didn't have a lot of grass. Sri Lanka are smoking it. 39 for the loss of one. One great thing about this young kid Mishara is that he picks up the length so early. Anything pitched up or shorter length goes. It's well said, and so for Sri Lanka's sake, he's got to produce a gem here. Bat or continue to bat in the middle phase of the innings at least.
He looks more relaxed. That's what runs are doing for him and showing that he's more a complete player. Ramesh, I have a question for Pommy. 2 days ago, Pommy and Zimbabwe were supporting Pakistan. I'd like to know who they're supporting today.
He says he's supporting Emirates. He's off tonight. Supporting Emirates, supporting a gold card.
A lot of support needed in Sri Lanka. Those thoughts and prayers with people affected in the floods, the landslides, a lot of devastation, news of it. Sri Lankan team, they're also putting their hands up to try and support them. Our thoughts and prayers
Absolutely.
with everyone.
It's a topsy-turvy world as far as weather forecast is concerned. Everybody seems to be impacted by it. Big shot straight down the ground. Has it made it over the rope? It's gone all the way for six. Now this is superb batting. We're talking about a guy who's hitting them so cleanly.
When he started in international cricket, it was all about giving himself room and going offside. Now he's relaxed, his hands are better. He's able to hit through the line to the leg side, and most importantly, those soft hands to drop and run. I liked what I saw just now. We didn't waste time. The fielders, it was tight, but they signaled six. Usually we don't get that.
Slash over the infield for another boundary, I think. So once again, an example of how quickly he picks up the length, just like that man. 50 comes up for Sri Lanka.
They'll be happy with this power play. This over and the previous, which went for 11, it's now got them rolling again. And just as we were discussing 2 days ago, Ramesh, it was you who brought it up as well, how the spin is managed. The same two players who did so well a couple of days ago out there. That's where over number 6 to 12 again becomes very, very important.
Yeah, that's going to be critical, how Sri Lanka plays that phase of the innings. They need Mishara and Mendes out there for that middle phase challenge. On the pads, that goes away from keeper's dive and given as 4 leg byes. Yeah, that's what Mishara has done to Mirza and company, because he's been on the attack, so they've got to really think very fast on their feet, and they've really not been able to do much about this left-hander's grace and quality. Relentless attack from Mishara has got them thinking, and they seem to be at 6s and 7s.
I think they've been surprised by Mishara. As I mentioned, what he'd shown them was one-dimensional. But here he is a quality player.
On the pads, worked away into the gap for a single, timing them so well.
And Pakistan targeting Pathum Nissanka, Mendes, and they've done really well. Pathum Nissanka dismissed twice in a similar way. 58 for 1 for Sri Lanka 2 days ago. They ended up with 184. Last ball of the power play.
Wickets in hand is going to be key. This is a different pitch. I think you expect this to spin just a little bit more. Need set batsmen out there to see off that middle phase of the innings. Pats it down to the third fielder for a run. End of the power play after 6, 56 for 1.
Put into bat. Both players with runs behind them. They started off well. Shine Shafridi with a slower one after being hit for a 6. Got the wicket of Nissanka, but Kamil Mishara, 76. Superb runs to take Sri Lanka home or give them a place in the final. Relief for them. He's out there continuing from where he left off. Here's spin, here's Abrar.
Going at a fabulous rate of 9.33. Even if they halt a little bit and play him properly, not provide him with breakthroughs, I think Sri Lanka would have done themselves and team a very, very good job. That's hit straight back at Abrar. It is a cold evening and that must have pinched his hand. I don't know where did it hit him, but wow.
It's his right hand. Mendy's not allowing Abrar to settle down. Trying to take him on. I think it's his thumb that's taken a beating. Oh, he is in pain. Abrar countered for Mendy's with a similar length delivery that skidded through. He seems fine. It's more to do with the cold. No real damage. He's fine.
So that's the other option available to Mendes and Mishara, to really go hard against Abrar, not allow him to settle down. If he's going to be the key in the next 4 or 5 overs, then he's got to be probably attacked. Anyway, few repair works to be done probably on Abrar's thumb. Yeah, we mentioned it at the when we were discussing the pitch with Tommy, that it's got to be a straighter line. The hard length has to be attempted once again by the Pacers. They've sprayed the ball just a little bit because when you're attacked, then you've got to find a way to survive, and I think that's where you see the spasmodic spread of the deliveries.
Yeah, left hand, right hand also doesn't make it easy for the bowlers to keep adjusting that length. It's taken a battery. It was hit hard, and add to that the cold. He felt it straight away, Abrar. 2 for 28. He does pick up wickets, and what Mendes is thinking is, if I let him bowl in that length, if he stays there and thereabouts, he's got the skill, he's got the variations to get one through. That's the area ideally you want to be winning as a batter and a bowler.
Just wondering why Pakistan have not used a lot of spin in the power play in this Tri-Nations, because 1 over of spin in the power play in the entire Tri-Series, just too little, too less on surfaces as this one. Contrary to Sri Lanka, who used Dikshana and Hasaranga quite regularly in the power play session.
Dikshana preferred option, but if Hasaranga is bowling in the power play, Ramesh, that means they're in trouble. The others have taken a battering and he's coming to plug it. 165, 170 is what Sri Lanka should target if they can get the foundation right. You go for more, because it is looking a very dry pitch. Spinners have had more of a say on this pitch than the other.
Nice flight and bit of grip and spin. So when he's getting the ball to tweak, that means that there is roughness on the surface. Abrar usually is wicket to wicket, not a big spinner of the ball.
Now Sri Lanka might also feel that 180 might not be enough. The way Pakistan chased the other day, they showed a lot of strength to come back from 4 for 43 to get within striking distance.
A little bit quicker this time on the hard length, Abrar. Super Asia, Pakistan's leading home appliances brand. Plenty of stuff for you to choose, from washing machine to geysers.
Therefore, Sri Lanka should judge by only on this pitch and in relation to today how much they need. Not be intimidated by the strength of Pakistan.
Pakistan in the meantime will have to field properly here, because if wickets don't fall, then got to create pressure through good fielding. How's he feeling? Cold? Other than that, yeah, he's focused. 180, I think Russell will be a lot of runs for a final game. I think he's in. Full length dive. Salman Mirza, the fielder, with a throw. And I don't think there's going to be any drama, even though the umpire has signaled.
TV umpire to direct it. We have a review for run out at the wicketkeeper ends. Can I have a sudden angle for this, please? Bad grounding before the bail's off. Satisfied? This is
7 overs, 60 for 1, Sri Lanka looking good. So important that Mishara, who's been in good form, continues to flourish. Yeah, a little bit of hesitancy there, then the full length dive. Left nothing to chance. It was a full length dive, and dive that was timed quite well in the end. Saim Ayub coming on to bowl, 20 wickets. A late starter as far as bowling is concerned, but he's creating a bit of an impact for Pakistan. Oh, gets it to spin. Outside edge. Should he be given a slip? I don't know. He's not sure. Attacking option is there. Kind of a filler, oblique, at times wicket-taking option, but that one gripped and spun.
Bowled slow through the air too. He's brought into the attack and not Mohammad Nawaz, because at this stage, Pakistan feel it's the left-hander, Mishara, who's more of a threat at this particular point.
I don't know whether the modern day batsmen feel that there's the calming game as well in T20 cricket, because they seem to be dead set in hitting the ball, irrespective of the ball is gripping or not.
Ramesh, you mentioned Mike Hesson, the Pakistan coach, feeling cold. Isn't he from Dunedin, the coldest place down there?
He is, but he's not been home now for good 3-4 weeks, so the temperatures can absolutely drop down to less than 10 in a matter of hour or so. I mean, 8, 9, 10 p.m. and you feel that there's chill in the air. That one kept low, by the way.
The rugby ground down in Dunedin is known as the House of Pain. Because of the cold, teams come and struggle in the cold.
Well played in the end. Oh, that's a wide one. Quicker ball from Saim Ayub, looking for the other spin also. 100% confidence with dandruff-free hair. Hello here.
Well, here you go. The temperature in summer in Dunedin at the moment is 11 degrees, and we're going to be having 8 degrees here later this evening.
ये वाला 5,000 का
Or you feel that there's something wrong. Either it's -6 or that he's not feeling too well. Nicely played. Bend low to collar that one.
He's been missing the bounce quite a bit. Kusal Mendes kept low from Abrar the other day. Here one kept low. Hence, that extra effort to try and counter that bounce that might happen or not happen.
And there are some who've got muscles that don't feel the cold. Only a single. 8 done, 68 for 1.
Shanaka and company. Slower in pace, that was well bowled. The run rate has dropped down from 9.33 to 8.16. Yeah, we're talking about this film now, Nilofer. It's been released on 28th, and a partnership between Fawad Khan and Mahira Khan, famous actors. Oh, that's gone. That's smack out of the middle of the bat for 6. First boundary in 6 overs, and it was a smack.
50-run partnership. What a hit. A little bit of pressure was building, but he picked that length really quickly. It was bowled faster. And Kamil Mishara, geez, he is showing that he is a quality player.
And normally you need a little bit of bounce to hit 6s, but that was extremely low bounce and helped himself to a fantastic 6. So first boundary in 3 overs, not 6. Attempts a wider angle, it's been wided by the umpire. In the meantime, Mishara on 44.
Going along nicely. Slowed down for a bit.
Nice shot. Partly stopped at cover for a single. Can feel that there is rhythm and flow in this partnership. 56 of 38, this partnership. And Pakistan clearly in need of some strikes there.
Mishara might be scoring quickly, but Kusal Mendis is playing a vital role in supporting the partnership, making sure the singles come through and letting his junior player really flourish. There you go, another single. Just keep milking it around, keeping it going.
Batting very sensibly, Mendes. No need for heroics because Mishara has got this under control. 4 6s and 2 boundaries in Mishara's innings so far.
And if someone's striking it well, the partner should have the presence of mind to give him more of the strike, so that he doesn't lose his rhythm.
Well, that's scooped up in the air, it's safe. Once again, extra bit of bounce, so you've got to really be careful. I think the lack of bounce, or at times a bounce like this, will challenge you. 78 for 1.
That was so slow. He was through the shot. Average speed around 90, but this one from Abrar was 73.
Nice beginning from Sri Lanka. Oh, that's impossible to play, really. Sharp turn at pace. 81.3 kilometers per hour. And have a look at this one.
Probably good for Mishara. It turned. If not, it probably would have crashed into the stumps.
Went back instead of playing forward, but still was a fantastic delivery. Oh, this one, a straighter one from Saim Ayub. So a couple of very good deliveries to start his over.
And more importantly, he's given the batter a lot to think of by showing that he can turn the ball.
I'm sure it must have hit one of the cracks. There are plenty of cracks, about 1,000 cracks on this surface. Just a little pause as he was advancing down the pitch. This is good batting from Mishara. Sensible batting. Almost figure-free batting. 47 of 35. Download the app and get the insurance you need on your fingertips.
mind has got to take control because it's harder for the left-hander with the way the ball's turning. But how about that from Samayub? It goes the other way. The leg cutter. Really clever.
Yeah, I think they've got this covered quite nicely, Sri Lanka. Don't need to panic. Even if they have a couple of quiet moments in this over, so be it. 79 for 1 after 10, say, is a good score. Because I think it'll progressively become a difficult pitch to bat on.
One more ball in the over, then it'll be drinks. Take a breather, reassess, make a plan, then you go from there.
Shot goes straight to the fielder. His look very, very special, Mishara. On 48, his partner is on 14, 81 for 1 after 10, and it's time for drinks.
Come on! 1, 2, 3, go! पाकिस्तान को सपोर्ट करने यहाँ पर आएगा शोर से बताएंगे और कितने लोग सोचते हैं कि ये वाला मैच जो है वो कहीं नहीं श्रीलंका जीत जाएगी जिनको लगता है पाकिस्तान जीतेगा शोर मच जाइए जिनको लगता है जीत श्रीलंका ओह माय गॉड मुकाबला सख्त होने वाला है हमारे साथ रहिए आप देखिए ट्राई नेशन सीरीज में बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज करने के लिए हम आपको बताना चाहते हैं स्टेज पे keep enjoying the match.
The action continues here for the final time in this tri-series. Sri Lanka at the 10-over mark, 81 for 1. Mishara looking good once again. He's got the boundary on 6 occasions and 4 of those have flown away. Of 4 big hits, accessing all parts of the ground. He's a wonderful player to watch. With a touch of class and timing, he can also pack a real punch. More importantly for Sri Lanka, continues off a match-winning 72 from a couple of days ago. Very good, strong and square off the field, including when he was presenting the vertical bat face to hit down the ground. First 10 overs, Sri Lanka will be very happy. 81 for 1. Mohammad Nawaz for the first time with the ball in the final. Lovely touch. Very good timing as well, and the couple of runs will ensure Kamil Mishara brings up another milestone. Back-to-back half centuries in the T20 format, and the third one in his career so far. It's been a treat to watch.
pressure runs appreciated by his teammates and the whole change room. Nicely manipulated and placed. Coach happy, Mishara happy, all of Sri Lanka happy.
Just not enough. Timing not there, and luckily for Mishara.
यहाँ है किस्सों का संदूक कहा जा रहा
Yeah, I wonder if this just bounces on him. Perhaps not quite short enough, and in trying to make the shot, hits really high on the blade, hits the stickers. So they're going to go squarer with that wide of that mid-on to get it away for 4 in that region.
Straight to the man, yes! Brilliant take by Babar Azam, keeping it in the field of play. A much important wicket. Pakistan have to.
The break does it. How disappointing that will be for Kusal Mendes. Uses his feet and decides he's going to take on the long off-fielder. Doesn't really get to it, and so in the end can't quite get under and hits it. He's gone for 14. Sri Lanka 84 for 2.
Pavan Ratnayaka with the promotion comes out at number 4 for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, just get a sense that he's right-handed, and it would have been Pereira who would have walked out, and therefore presenting the same threat at either end would be easy enough to combat, so they'd rather go with the left.
Brilliant, and almost had him. Mohammad Nawaz is very good with the ball. Did he manage to drag Ratnayaka out? Has Usman shelled this?
Yeah, missed opportunity. Could have been gone, should have been gone first ball.
Salman Ali Agha and company applying the pressure. Slip in for the new batter. The first one just drags him out. He's been brilliant with the wall, and Mohammad Nawaz now becomes the highest wicket taker in the series with 8.
No boundaries for Kusal Mendes. Their partnership was good though, and so in an assessment of self, he'd have felt he needed to do more. But as a partnership, they're going really well and controlling the game, putting pressure on the bowling. Didn't need that loss of a wicket, needed it to continue some more.
Mohammad Nawaz with a strike in his very first over. 11 done, Sri Lanka 86 for 2.
ओके वन तो पूरे स्टेडियम में स्पार्क तो नजर आ रहा है, लेकिन मैं चाहता हूं कि आपके इंडिविजुअल्स के दरमियान मुकाबला होना चाहिए। सबसे पहला मुकाबला
Yeah, good catch. Had to be mindful of the boundary behind him. Didn't have the time because it was hit really hard and flat. Yeah, throws his head back, Kusal Mendes, as he walks off because he was sweating on a boundary. Wanted to get one away, and it's 14 of 18 in the end, and he wasn't doing a bad job. His was to feed the strike to Mishara, who's going particularly well, but got a little anxious and tried to do a bit more than was necessary at the time.
a wayward throw. Good running from Mishara. Quality of his batting and in innings in the previous game, which was a couple of days ago. It's that awkward throw, wayward throw. Hopefully hasn't done too much damage for Usman on that forearm.
He slips at the other end, Mishara, and still manages to get back. You watch him here. Down and up and back again. And the throw's wayward, so he's all right in the end. And it's Usman who kind of has to look away as Mishara tries to ground his bat in case it comes off that. So important for this partnership for Sri Lanka to get going straight away. And the running between the wickets will help things. Than the other spinners. 3.8, there's a lot around the corner.
Around the corner, tucked away this one as well. With a clean-up job from the fielder, deep backward square, Sahibzada Farhan.
Like karo, like bhai.
It's Inverex EV. Pakistan's smartest hatchback EV, the Inverex Zeo. Charge fast and drive smart. Talk about the degree of turn. Saim leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. It's also because he bowls much slow through the air. Normally is lower 80s. The average speed this over around the 83 kilometers per hour mark. The natural variations, the cracks that you and Ramiz have alluded to on both surfaces that we've played also allow for that ball to just hold and grip a little bit more. The slower it is, more revs on the ball. Three fielders manning the boundary on the leg side for Mishara. Well done, 92 for 2.
सबसे पहले शेम अख्तर इंट्रोयर वाले कोहराने के तैयार हो जाए स्पिन टीम को शेम अख्तर इंट्रोयर 1 2 and 3 सेकंड इंट्रोयर 1 2 and 3 शेम अख्तर जीते हैं शॉट सही शेम अख्तर है सुहेल नबी वही मैंने फैसला हुआ है कि मुकाबला टाई तालियों
Mohammad Nawaz will continue. Highest wicket taker in the tournament with 8, and more importantly, his economy very good. 6 runs and over throughout. Start of the power play, only the 1-6, the only boundary from Mishara. So the boundaries out of the power play have dried up. It's a bit of concern in terms of Russell Arnold mentioned a couple of times how Sri Lanka have battled the spin in the middle phase. Tommy, you mentioned the Kusal Mendes-Mishara partnership. In spite of the boundaries drying up, was still going quick. 64 of 49, that partnership. So the 1s and 2s were doing the trick. Disappointed again, very slow through the air. He's almost thrown the kitchen sink at this Mishara. Justin maybe had to hit. Fans once again in numbers, and they keep flooding the Tapal Tea Lounge as well, enjoying Pakistan's finest. Ratnayakar really hasn't found his timing too. Nawaz could have been gone the very first delivery. Usman Khan couldn't quite collect the ball for that stumping opportunity. It's a good over now. Just the 3 runs off it for the first 4.
First ball, Ratnayakar drawn out and nice shot that. You just get a sense that Mishara will feel they need to be doing more with Nawaz, and him particularly. Even though he's in good bowling form, that matchup of left arm orthodox against the left-hander who is in is one that they'll look to try and exploit, and he'll feel he needs to do more.
At the moment, it is just the 6th from Nawaz's second. 98 for 2. So far, and the spinners doing the job. Shaheen Shah really impacted the game in the very first part of the power play. Saim Ayub, who's quietly just sneaked in 3 overs here off the 16. Nawaz bowling in tandem. The spinners applying the squeeze here on Sri Lanka. Straight down the ground, but it's all vertical. Can the fielder get this? Yes! Tremendous effort by Babar Azam. He has taken a blinder. And an important one to dismiss Kamil Mishara.
The left-hand, right-hand combination is so right-hander deals with off-spinner, left-hander deals with left-arm orthodox. Saim is able, though, to take it away from the lefty and also away from the right-hander. Decides he's going to use his feet, doesn't quite get to it. Babar certainly gets to that. It's a top catch, and with the pressure having been built, was important to take that catch, and it's the in-batter, Mishara, who's gone for 59. It's 98 for 3.
Of experience in Kusal Pereira out there at number 5. Oh, what a delivery! That is sharp turn from Saim Ayub. Oh wow!
No, it's not going to be out. It turned too much. It's round the corner again. The skipper's gone upstairs. Says you gotta. I bowled it so well. You have to go upstairs.
TV umpire to director, we have a review for LBW on field series. Not out. I have checked the field. It's a fair delivery. Let's start with the front on, please. Ball is close to the bat. Let's confirm with the ultra edge, please. Waiting for the ultra edge, guys. Gap between bat and ball. Keep rolling, roll it through the pad. Satisfied, no bat involved. You can move on to ball tracking when it's ready. Please. Original decision not out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets missing. SN, you can stay with your original decision. Stand by. You are on screen now.
He's got a smile because he got it right. Going over the top, that's exactly what Saim was asking Usman. Tell me if it's going high, I will convince the captain.
That has turned round the corner. For those of you who love physics, physics is in everything, by the way. Round the wicket, the angle of that ball going kind of down that leg side from release and nearly pitching outside leg. Aruj could have fitted between the gap between ball and bat. That's how much he missed it by.
Yep, meaning there was a gap. Not a tiny one in the physics of the cricket. Now you also see, Pommy, when the ball lands, there's just a puff of dust, a bit of the pitch that disintegrates. Small piece of the turf that just flies when the ball.
What you want to look at as well when he releases this is how wide he is on the crease. Got something on it, fortunately. We had tough going against Saim, who's got it on a string, good control of length, good control of line, and really high revs on the ball as well, and getting a response off the surface.
This is top stuff from Pakistan. Applying that squeeze in that middle, together between Saim and Mohammad Nawaz, both picking up a wicket apiece, and this one was the last to fall. Brilliant judge of where the ball would end up from Babar Azam, running in from long on. This is top stuff. Absolutely magical stuff from Saim Ayub. 14 done, 100 for 3.
Goodness gracious. And if you see a Sri Lankan batter react like this, they know about turn. It turns where they come from. You look at Kuzal Pereira here. It's like he's seen a ghost. My goodness. And it's not Kasbah.
Yeah, no friendly goes for Sri Lanka. Luckily for Pakistan, the two bowlers in tandem spinning a web around the opposition at the moment.
And they'll be happy Saim Ayub is done. 1 for 17 from his 4. But there's more spin to come.
Yeah, what Kamil Mishara's wicket has now done is had 2 new batters at the crease. They've allowed Saim to bowl 4 overs, 17 for 1. And they still have 4 more overs, 2 from Abrar and 2 from Nawaz.
Yeah, so the trap is in the calculation. The question always that batters will ask themselves whilst they're out there is, are we doing enough? Enough to be winning the game? And should they feel that they aren't, then they try and do something more. Try and change things, change the flow of the game. But sometimes there can be a miscalculation because the information you go on might be because of what has happened with the seamers rather than with the spinners. And And in that miscalculation, you just open the door for your opposition. The start that Sri Lanka had here was a good start.
There was 28 deliveries since the last boundary came about when Kamil Mishara got out. Now it's up to 6 overs, 36 deliveries, and this should be another. Keeper settles, keeper takes it. This is now becoming all too easy for Pakistan, and the spinners are having their say. Abrar has won.
Abrar's been tight and needs to be, because he's got to build on the work done by Nawaz and Saeed, and he reaps the rewards. Pereira gone for just one. Sri Lanka sliding. It's 103 for 4.
पाकिस्तान के लिए शोर होना चाहिए।
Captain of Sri Lanka, Dasan Shanaka out there. And skips down the track. Abrar is bleeding. Too far down, maybe an inside edge as well. How Sri Lanka have managed to find themselves in the position they were in at 84 for 1. 104 for 4. Captain not interested. Sliding down with the angle. Does that have the distance? I don't think so. Another one bites the dust. And it's another one that Babar Azam has pouched. He has been phenomenal patrolling the fence tonight. And Abrar has 2. 104 for 5.
Oh dear. Sri Lanka asked the question by the spinners and so far have had no response. Not able to work them around, and in the quest to hit them for boundaries have popped the ball up in the air. The catching's been good. 3 for Baba, 8 for Ratnaika. Sri Lanka 5 down for 104.
Sri Lanka's innings going the wrong way. And since the power play, they've just got 49 runs in 9.1 overs. Have lost 4 wickets, so not even run a ball.
Yeah, that's not surprising. But this is the phase that our focus has always been on, because Sri Lanka have struggled against spin. In the game against Pakistan a couple of days ago, they scored 79 in that phase. That's 8 plus. That gives you that foundation. Today, power play, they got a similar score back. with the spinners bowling it slower. Yes, this pitch is a little harder. The ball's gripping and turning. But 4 for 48 in that 9-over period is a problem. It's a problem that has existed. 5 after the power play. Janit Lianage this time. Bottom edge. Ball doesn't bounce. Geez. Sri Lanka crumbling.
Yeah, innings in complete free fall. Mohammad Nawaz slightly quicker, but it just skids on, stays a little bit low. The inside edge onto the stumps. Pakistan powering through. Sri Lanka have stumbled big time. Lianage out without scoring 105 for 6. Asaranga. Oh, gets beat. Beautiful delivery. Drift in, bounce and turn.
When you receive a ball like that first up, your mind gets muddled. The angle, turn, bounce. Yes, Hasaranga would say, I have to bowl on this. You got to remember, you need runs. You need more than this, a lot more, so you can try and put pressure on the opposition. Dropped. Salman Ali Aga.
Chances coming. The spinners are almost unplayable. Backs away, tries to just dab it away. There is that slip in place. It's gone straight to him, but it's gone quickly.
And it's hard as well, isn't it? He's taken it off the stump, so that would mean Salman Ali Aga to a certain extent by the keeper. And he sees it sudden, he sees it late.
Nawaz with a successful over. 16 gone, 106 for 6.
That's the wicket. Doesn't bounce as much as he thought it would. Now what we are seeing is variable bounce and turn. Yes, it's a challenging pitch, but you need to identify it and grind your way to a competitive score.
2 for 17 for Abrar, 1 for 17 off his 4 for Saim Ayub, 2 for 13 off his 3 for Nawaz. They have really rocked Sri Lanka. Abrar into his final over.
Five for 47 against the spin.
And Vigo Tell, there's always a moment. Mobile selfie moment, Vigo Tell. It's just sort of hit a wall as this batting unit since the spinners have operated.
Yeah, 7 to 15 in last 2 games. 48 for 4 today, 79 for 2. Again, they went on to score 184. 81 for 1 at the drinks break. Kusal Mendis was dismissed 3 balls after 6.3 overs. That's 39 balls. 5 wickets have fallen for 25.
Swing and a miss. Still not going anywhere.
Feeling the cold or feeling the heat. It's just fallen apart after the drinks break for Sri Lanka.
That's all that Sri Lanka can do. There's been plenty of turn on offer, but haven't been able to counter it at all.
30,000
At least somehow they need to get themselves to 135 at least and hope the ball turns to 17.
Post power play, everything's fallen away. Pakistan have been brilliant with the ball, stopped the runs, they've come to a standstill, and they're able to take wickets, pick up wickets. It's the spinners. Nawaz again for his final over. Always smooth cups of tea in the Tapal Tea Lounge. Pakistan's #1 tea brand. And 2 overs after this. And you think there'd be pace on in those 2 overs, but when do you really think, 109 for 6, what kind of total do you want now?
Anything really. Pakistan this series, their pace, not many wickets. Number of overs, it's been pretty equal. But look at the average, the spinners and economy. They really have dominated proceedings.
And I just feel as if Hasaranga and Chanaka decided, well, maybe this is the last over of slow bowling, so just get through this.
And another thing, Baz, that happens when spinners are bowling and doing well, short run up, they get through the overs quickly. As a batter, suddenly you look up at the scoreboard and the overs have disappeared as well. Very, very difficult to manage it mentally.
Get a couple of runs through the offside. Pakistan won the toss, decided to bowl first, and the power play went Sri Lanka's way. And you thought maybe this could be a high-scoring game, but suddenly the ball started to spin, especially Saima, you really got it to turn. And he gets another one, does Nawaz. Off stump, uprooted.
The change of pace has been brilliant. They've really played around with it, the lengths. 56 balls since the last boundary for Sri Lanka. That's all.